need to talk about from the England game, and that is the, quite frankly, at times, shocking refereeing performance that happened. And we can talk about VAR as well and how that plays into that. There were points in the match, Tom, where it felt like we were getting pretty royally shafted by the officiating. Were we just being biased because we're wearing our England shirts? Like what? It was pretty bad, the refereeing at times.
I'm not sure if it's a case of whether the referee's not picking up. I think maybe the problem more is whether the in HQ in Moscow, where they're not like communicating like you should have another look at something that's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly the rules about how the system works, but we saw earlier in the game with Sweden how they had a blatant penalty against South Korea. The referee just blew it away, and then within seconds it went back up the other end and they had the penalty awarded. I mean, today Harry Kane has essentially been rugby tackled
twice
on two occasions, where some people are more passionate about this than me. But, it's a shambles. It's got to be a level playing field across the thing.
I think in the referee's partial defence, I think they, with some of the small fouls, and clearly we've said this already, but Tunisia came for a ruck, right? They came to try and get into us, to try and elbow us, to try and get under our skin. That was a very clear and obvious tactic of theirs, right? And the referee on a lot of the smaller things did blow the whistle quite a lot. I would have liked to see a couple more yellow cards actually, but there was at least he was blowing the whistle, right? It's the big decisions, the one like the rugby tackle on Harry Kane for the penalty, or what should have been a penalty, and it happened again at the start of the second half, and then a couple of other decisions as well. And as you say, VAR is I think more to blame in some ways than the actual referee there, right? Because a couple of things. So first of all, apparently Colina, who's the head of the referees, has told the officials that if they're unsure, they should err on the side of letting the play continue and not taking a foul, because the guys in the booth are going to review it. And the other thing to say is that the VAR is supposed to be constant. So the idea is that the VAR officials are constantly watching and can constantly tell the officials if they need to. So how on earth they missed that rugby tackle, as we called it, on Harry Kane is ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, perhaps they were pulling their socks upon their full kit in Moscow.
Yeah, wearing their full kit. Duke, I know you feel pretty strongly about this. What is, in general, VAR I think has been a success so far in this tournament.
Yeah.
But this game, my God, how do they miss those?
I think there are several things. I think the biggest thing to highlight is what you were saying there at the start, is that the referees are erring on the side of not giving the foul, even if they see it. We're not clued into that communication process. When you watch it in other sports, so you watch it in NFL, you watch it in rugby, all of those sports, you can hear exactly what the referees are saying to each other the whole time. So you can hear that communication process. You can hear when the TMO in rugby says check to the referee on the field, saying that, okay, you need to stop play at some point and you need to check what has just happened. That does not happen. We don't hear that at the moment. So we have absolutely zero idea if at any point in that game that the referee, the video referees sitting there in the television studio in Moscow said to the referee on the field, you should check this. And it could be that they said to check it and the ref on the field said, no, I'm happy with my decision, let's move forward. Because the way it's set up at the moment is that the ultimate decision goes to the referee on the field. And that is a problem because it empowers the referee to, when they say check, to say no. So I don't need to check this because I'm confident I've got it right.
So if the guys in the... Let me get this right. So if the guys in the booth say you should check this, the referee isn't obliged to even check it.
No, because the ultimate authority is the referee on the pitch.
Right.
Even when they've showed them the footage, even if they think that you should overturn...
But you're saying...
But even let me finish. If they think the referee should overturn the decision based upon what they show them, even if the referee goes to the booth on the halfway line, the referee can still stand there and say, no, I think my decision was correct.
But what I'm asking you is, are you saying the referee doesn't even have to go to the booth to look?
No.
Because why would you not? If you're the people who are there to assist you are telling you to do that.
Because no one else tells you. Because there's no problem. There's no enforcement of it.
No.
If they tell you to check something, it doesn't matter because you don't have to do it.
Let's talk about how VAR has gone in the rest of the tournament so far, because there's been some crucial decisions about it. As I say, before tonight, I was actually planning on doing a segment on VAR on today's show and actually praising it, because I think there's been several times where it has righted some wrongs that otherwise
But
would have
that
left
Sweden game
unchanged.
today gave that
Yeah.
penalty that was such a blatant penalty. It fixed the clear and obvious error.
And the Griezmann one for France was the right
The
decision.
Griezmann was slightly more debatable, but it was probably the right decision in the end, but
Yeah.
wasn't as clear cut as the other ones we talked about. But the biggest problem, what VAR was brought in to fix, were those tussles in the box that led to someone being able to grapple a player to the ground. Were those clear and obvious fouls that were, especially when we talk about European football, where for years throughout the 2000s, those fouls were able to happen throughout the entire period. VAR was brought in to fix those problems, and it's a clear failing tonight. It's a clear failing of you can still have those penalty box tussles, and the VAR is not going to do anything. It's not going to give that penalty. It's not going to take those things away. Whether that's a failing today of the specific team that are there and the refereeing team that they had, whether that's that or whether it's a more endemic problem, we don't know because it's not clear.
All right, well, let us know what you think of VAR. Tell us if you think that VAR has been a success so far at this tournament. Do you agree that clearly something went wrong with it tonight in the England game, and what needs changing if you think it does?